Hello people, this is Mike doing a second. Welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Superstar Ultra, and today we're going to be taking on Revenge of the King. King Dedede demands revenge. Will he finally reign victorious over his age-old nemesis? Come on, Michael, get going. King Dedede wants revenge. Careful, he's serious this time. Yeah, I'm doing this in post-commentary because I had some issues with my original commentary. I was actually recording this a bit ago, got 20 minutes fucking done, and then stopping the video trying to get my dogs to quiet down. Caused it to restart to the beginning because that's how Sony Vegas works. So, yay. I wasn't exactly happy, so now I gotta start this all over again. Post-commentary, go fuck yourself. Okay, so anyway, this is Revenge of the King. I should talk about how I lied, because I said this was very similar to Revenge of Meta Knight, and I'm actually wrong here, because there is no time... There really is no time thing. What this basically is that it's a redone version of Spring Breeze, but kind of more of the hard version of it in Dreamland. Like, I think they thought had that in mind. So basically, they redo all the bosses in the game and give them a little bit more of a twist to them. And as you can see here, we have purple plants instead of the green stuff. And basically, that's basically the gimmick. It's purple. It's not just the green plants area. It's all fucking purple in the whole game. Even the bosses change to purple. I don't know. I guess purple's the color of revenge, so I got no fucking clue for you. And as you can see, we actually have different looking enemies, and their health is a little bit different too as well. They're a little bit more tougher, and because of that, you might end up making mistakes when you're playing the game. Like usually when I have the sword ability, I run through like a fucking maniac. I try to spin. And I try to be quick, but the fact is that you don't usually kill your enemies with your attacks in one hit. So I end up hitting like that bird will die in one hit, but if it's another enemy like this guy, usually that kind of monster dies in a hit or two, and that guy takes multiple hits to kill him. So you end up you gotta change things up a bit. And also the Poppy Brother Juniors have been changed to these fucking clown things. They don't say the names of these enemies, but I'm pretty sure if you look them up online, you'll find them. But for the most part, what you think these enemies are based off of is basically what they are. Because I think what they had in mind is that the original Dreamland did have a hard mode to it, and basically it changed all of the enemies. Like, they were all different. And I believe some of these enemies are the exact same enemies that they've been changed to in that version, but I'm not sure. You feel free to look it up. I'm sure if you looked up the Revenge of the King on the Wikipedia, you'll find all this kind of information on that. But no, when I originally recorded this, I recorded it in regular commentary, and it was quiet. I was trying to be quiet because it was nighttime, and it didn't work out. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, so I decided to scrap it. But I didn't want to scrap the project itself because I thought I did really good here. So I said, fuck it, I'll just do post commentary. Hasn't exactly worked out perfectly, but do what we can work with it. And that motherfucker actually blocked my hit. And I'm not actually talking about the fact that Fan is not from Kirby Superstar. He's from Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. Nightmare in Dreamland specifically, not Kirby's Adventure, because in Kirby's Adventure she was a turtle. Don't know why that changed. I figured I'd actually take the suplex ability here. Originally she would give you the throw ability, but this time because throw isn't an ability anymore, it's the backdrop ability from the original game that they're kind of basing it off of, I'm guessing. But no, they do make an appearance here, however, very small. Recently I've been watching a playthrough by Koopa Kung Fu. Seems like a pretty popular guy. He's got like 1,000 subscribers. But he actually he was actually able to do a 2-player version of fucking Nightmare in Dreamland. And that is, I've never seen that before, so that was very interesting to watch. Even if they had some issues in terms of how well they played. But it was still a very, very good playthrough. I recommend you check it out. But I forgot how giant the bosses were in Return to Dreamland. Like, oh my god. They were fucking huge. Not Return to Dreamland, Nightmare in Dreamland, sorry. That's what I mean to say. But most of them do make a reappearance in this game. The only ones who obviously don't make a reappearance is Bugsy, because Bugsy already makes a reappearance in this game. And I think that is it. I can't think of any other boss that was in that game that's not in this one now. So it's kind of cool that they reuse those models as a kind of way to go, hey, look what these guys are back in here as well. And I kind of like that. The only thing that sucks about it is that you have to do their fights. You have to do one set of the fights of them in the True Arena. And to be quite honest, they're not the better abilities out of like the bosses you would fight to get the good abilities in the game. Suplex is probably one of the best ones you can get out of them. And here we're going to be taking on Revenge of Wispy Woods. Or no, it's Wispy's Revenge. Where's the... There it is. Wispy's Revenge. Gotta look at that bottom screen. It's kind of confusing at times. But no, it's Wispy's Revenge. Basically, they just put revenge on them. Now, it should be noted that the rotted-looking purple apples, if you eat those, you will get hurt. If they run straight into you, you do not actually get hurt by them. They are only an inhale thing that hurts you, so... I don't risk it personally. I don't like getting hit, so I just kind of stay away from it. But overall, you can get hit by it if, for whatever reason, you just need to speed run whatever kind of tactic. More or less, it's more hints for the true arena, because all these bosses here are basically redone, and they make the true arena more difficult. Now here, Illusion Island. And as you can see, it's kind of the same cutscene from the... Because the Spring Breeze was basically the same exact cutscenes from Kirby's Dream Land. And here, they kind of mess with them a bit, because in that scene, it's one of my favorite scenes. Kirby eats the fish, but he gets the fishing rod stuck in his mouth. In that scene, he catches the octopus and it gets stuck on his face. It's still cute and funny. I love it. Not gonna lie, those tigers don't really look that threatening when they're tearing up after I'm beating the shit out of them. I'm actually surprised, like, Bugsy's lasting as long as he has. Because usually the enemy's so fucking stupid, but he's actually doing pretty damn well. I gotta give him credit. AI, I'm gonna actually give you hands up today. I don't think there's anything if you try to go upward there. I think for some reason there's an indent opening up there, but no reason to actually do it. Kind of weird. But anyway, I actually got time to record this, because the issue of doing this in post-commentary is that it's a 30-minute long video. I don't really... I want to do this all in one session just because it's a one-session thing. If it was like Milky Way Wishes, which I do apologize for not cutting that video 40 minutes to 20 minutes, I really should have, but... I think I didn't do it because there was a boss fight, and I don't like cutting boss fights differently, but I also didn't want to have like a 15-minute video than a 25-minute video, so it was weird. Some people might have easier time cutting in between that kind of stuff, but me, I'm just like, I don't want to leave you guys in suspense, you know, I don't know. That's the issue though, you don't want too long of videos because then people people don't want to sit down for a fucking 40-minute video, and that was my issue, and I apologize for that. I still apologize for it. But kind of the same issue here, but in terms of post-commentary. Like, I don't mind posting a 30-minute video. That's fine, I think. But, I also need to go back, because I want to edit all of my videos, because for the most part, I don't do 2 videos at the same time in one video session. So I want to go back, and I want to edit in, the specific games that I'm playing for each area. So... I believe I'm starting Milky Way Wishes for what I have uploaded on YouTube right now. Hope you guys are enjoying them too. I went to a lot of work to make these. But after this, I hit up Star Force, and I'm also working on a project. I think I talked about this. I'm working on a project for going back to Pokemon XD and doing Mount Battle in one go using my Leaf Green team. Issue is I did Leaf Green in emulator, so I basically had to redo the whole game. And I had to redo it from start because I never actually beat the original game for my Game Boy. I did it for the channel. You know, I do that a lot for my Let's Plays recently. There's a lot of games that I never end up finishing. And I end up doing the extra stuff, and I end up doing them in Let's Plays. And it's kind of fun. It kind of has a certain blindness to it. Kind of cute, actually. Anyway, here we actually have the... Did we already fight the Burning Leo? No, Fire Lion side. Burning Leo's the boss character. He's not that hard, honestly. He's probably the hardest of all the bosses, though. Issue is, he gives the fucking fire ability. Ugh. I don't know, I don't really care for the fire ability in terms of what I usually do with this game. And I guess it might be important to note that it's nighttime. Kind of, not really. Now we actually have Lololo and Lalala's Revenge. Now, actually, I thought it was pretty cool that I had the beam ability, because if you're in the right position, you can actually hit both of these motherfuckers at once, so... But other than that, this is kind of a, I wouldn't call it a difficult boss fight, just very drawn out. Because of the fact that, well, these guys do have more health than usual. I think even if you probably used a crash on them, they probably still wouldn't die in one hit. Actually, thinking about it, I think another boss fight that never reappeared in this one would probably be a Poppy Brothers Sr. Because in the original Kirby's Dream Land and Adventure, he gave you the crash ability, but here he gives you, and just regularly, he gives you the bomb ability. Which I find better at times. Though I tried using it in the true arena, it did not work how I wanted it to. It's funny how the abilities just, you really gotta, I want to stop talking about the true arena because, I don't know what I'm going to do for this channel with the true arena. I don't know if I'm going to go back and tell you guys all the secret stuff or what, or just, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm kind of snubbled. Like, I'm getting good at it, but I don't know if I'm ever actually going to beat it, so I don't know if I want to wait to cover it or what. Because there is new stuff inside the true arena, and, very different from the original game. Or the original arena. Okay, there we go. Lives are important. God knows I don't have one. No, that's different for me. It's, I do think that the reason why I don't do my Let's Plays as much is because I do have, it's more of my love life than anything else. God damn, it's almost a 3-year relationship. It's a great one, though. I'm trying to get Jillian to do more, Let's Plays with me. I'm like, come on, let's do something like Mario Party 8, and she's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm like, okay, fine. Because it seemed like she loved Pikmin's Adventure. It was a good time. Actually, me and Jill have we wanted to, because she loves playing Mario games, and I've always never really cared to play them, all of them. Like, I wouldn't play as Mario as much as I would if it weren't for Jillian. Despite the fact that I do like 3D World, great fucking game. If you got a Wii U, fucking great game. And, like, stuff like that. But we want to make it a goal of ours to play and beat. Not 100%, but beat every Mario game. So here, this is actually kind of funny. I take the beam ability, and I'm like, I'm going to get the parasol ability. I'm like, oh, crap, well, fuck it. And then I'm like, I'm going to get the parasol off this guy. Nope. So I just fuck it, take the beam ability. I had to deal with it after all. But now we want to beat all the Mario games. We thought that'd be fun. I'm probably gonna handle almost every other fucking 3D game. I had Super Mario Brothers 2 first. Here I take the freeze ability. I'm like, fuck, I don't want the freeze ability. Oh wait, no, there's the cutter ability again. Fuck it. I hate the freeze ability. Least favorite ability in the entire game, hands down. Yes, even more than Wing and. Maybe not Jet as much, but I'll wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll talk about that in the future, in a different video. But no, I know I'm going to handle most of that, but I did actually get my hands on Mario Galaxy, the original, because I only got my hands on the second game. Because that's a game I've been wanting to check out, because I always thought it was a game that sucked. But then I find out that the reason why people were telling me it sucks is because they're nostalgia fags is what people call them. Whatever works. I'm not actually doing well here. This is my least favorite boss, Kracko Jr.'s Revenge. He's so sporadic when he does that zigzag motion, and when he does that, it kills me in the true arena. Absolutely hate him. I've been kind of getting used to him, because I've been trying to use... I don't usually use Plasma, but I'm trying to use him in the true arena now, and it's very difficult for me to... You kind of have to work around a lot of the stuff in the game. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. My dogs are going nuts. But anyway, yes, Kracko is very pain in my ass. He's very difficult for me. And I've been trying to use him in Plasma. I'm trying to use the True Arena with Plasma now, and I got pretty far. I cannot get up to the final boss. I'm all the way up to the second to last boss, because the last 4 bosses are always the same. Lucky enough. If you're wondering where I did that to get his health back up. So, because if you don't care for your first ability, or you don't have ability at all, technically you can just eat your partner and spit them back out again as a partner, and they get all their health back, so. Abilities are kind of scarce in Revenge of the King, so I do kind of recommend it, actually. Because, like, you won't see Hammer. You know, Bonkers doesn't come back from the lineup of the Superstar things because he's already in the game as well. But, yeah, no, it's just they don't... There's not that many of them. Probably because they didn't want to make any new bosses or any new characters for the damn thing. And I mean in terms of the regular enemies, not the mini bosses. If you're wondering what I did there just a second ago, I couldn't get past that guy, so I thought I could hit him, but he just ended up dying on his own. Now here I'm like, oh, now I want plasma. Because I thought, oh wait, no, that'd be good for Kracko. So, because we still have to take Kracko himself, which I don't think is as difficult. It's actually kind of sad. The other day I had like a flawless run of the True Arena. I did so well. Here I get his health back up again. Just figured, fuck it. But, oh, this is hilarious. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to go up here. Watch this. Teleports right in fucking front of me. How the fuck am I supposed to dodge that shit? That is a poor game design choice. Hal, I'm sorry to say. But no, I did a pretty damn good run of the True Arena. I got so well. I got past this next boss coming up, and I didn't lose a single fucking health. Starting with, because the way the True Arena works is like the last 4 bosses are always the same. And then all of a sudden, I got my ass whooped at the last boss, and it pissed me the fuck off. I could not do plasma against him. It's gonna be the last boss of this whole game, which is a little bit different. It's not just King Dedede. Plasma works really good though, because you can hit him from afar, and that's the issue with the Kracko and Kracko Jr. is that they're so sporadic. Oop, guard. I think I did use guard there. I forget. I still have issues with it though. Oh, for this special ability, he will shoot beams across every single angle. Basically, the first angle he hits at, stay at that angle afterwards, and you'll be fine. Because you think, oh, he's only gonna do it, you know, horizontally and vertically. Nope. Sideways as well, both ways. Sad to say. It's actually kind of funny. We're still collecting these little star things. I wonder what they're for. Because King Dedede isn't stealing food, so... Stage 4, Mount Dedede Sky? Wait, what? Why the sky? This is where I stopped in the original recording. Oh, wait, who is this? This is Kabula. It's actually a she. Looked it up on the wiki myself. It is the redone version from Dreamland. Well, come, you don't have the curry stuff, Jill, but... Jill. What the fuck am I fucking saying? Goddamn Kirby. Goddamn. I do that. Ooh, Kirby, ugh. Well, I guess you kind of needed that curry stuff. Goddamn. Wait, what's this? The stars form together, and we get our fucking starship again. So yes, this replaces the comet fight for the starship fight. It's actually a really badass fight. This music we're listening to is actually the sped up, is actually a remixed sped up version of the power up music from the original Dreamland. Go back and listen. You know the I probably shouldn't have said that. I can't make that noise. But I researched that myself recently, just for the sake of it, because this remix, I love it. This boss music is awesome. And finding out that it's just a sped up version with power music is even better. They did a really good job with the soundtrack, just because I think like the Metal Lobster fight is so badass because of the way that they make it sound. They add the sounds to make it sound like, you know, like it feels like there's emotion in the music. Like it really does make you feel like that you've got a lot going on with it. And yes, it will also fire rockets out of its head, and that fucking explosion when it dies, that smiley face as it falls to its death. I don't know why, that's so fucking badass. I don't know how the hell Kirby does it. Okay, so now we're getting hints of Meta Knight's revenge. This is the only way it makes it feel like Meta Knight. The Great King Kabula. Or Great King, Kabula has been defeated. So I'm not going to be reading these despite the fact that I have the ability to. No, I never actually tried reading these in the actual video myself, because I haven't, I've been only watching my own videos every now and again. Now, you don't go straight to the King Dedede fight. There is actually a castle here, despite, you know, the original Spring Breeze, there really wasn't a castle. It was just grab a fucking ability, get going. I forgot, what the hell was I doing here? Why did I pause? Did I look at something? Or did I have something to say? I have no fucking clue. I'll try to cut this if I can. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I forget. I'll take the jet ability. No, fuck that. Come on, guys. The jet ability can be cool, too. Actually, I probably wouldn't even recommend Mirror here. Do I go for Mirror, though? I think I tried going for Mirror. I don't know. I really wouldn't recommend Mirror, personally, because it's not a very damage-dealing attack. I do take Mirror, damn. Actually, it is actually kind of nice with one of the boss battles coming up. Because we see all of the mini-bosses here now. They're all in one go, instead of just... I guess they tried to split them up, but it didn't work. So now we actually fight the time clock thing. TikTok, that's his name. Luckily, they do have the names in the top left corner. It's actually kind of nice here, because you can reflect those attacks back at the guy. So actually, Mirror is actually a good ability. What the fuck was I saying? It's hard to use him in actual levels and boss fights. But mini-bosses are actually pretty good. I don't know. I don't think personally. I like the things between the Bandana D and King Dedede. I think they're cute and funny. The issue is that it's kind of hard for me to take King Dedede seriously, but then have this kind of shit come up. That's my issue in terms of the way that I think they're trying to do. I think they are trying to make King Dedede seem serious in this, but if not, you know, they're doing a good job not doing it. But I think they are trying to, because if they're trying to, they're failing by doing that. And yes, we get the wheelie boss as well. Grand Wheelie is what his name is. I never care to look at the bottom screen. I really don't. That's the biggest issue I have. I like how a lot of the stuff is at the bottom. My issue is that just I barely look at it because there's barely a reason to. The only time I could ever care to look at it is like Milky Way Wishes, where it's like, oh, I get to choose my power-up down there? Great. You know, that's great, but I don't do it here. And sorry if I skip anything too fast. You'll have to pause the video. I try not to do that, but it's difficult. If you're wondering what I was doing there, I think I'm trying to use invincibility frames to get past the little... I don't even know. I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a coconut? Like, I have no clue. The thing that kind of sucks about Mirror's invincibility frames is that it just... it has issues because it goes by so fast. Wow, you're orange now. Okay. Come on, guys. I've just been watching Naruto. Watch my throw no jutsu. All I can think about. Now, when you get grabbed, if the thing hits you, if somebody hits the boss while they grab you, it won't actually hurt you. And hey, we got Suplex back, actually. That's kind of funny. Considering the fact that Suplex was actually kicking ass earlier. So, hey. If the AI wants to do good here, they can. I kind of wish they used different music for here, too. Though I guess it is supposed to be just kind of, you know, referencing the Revenge of Meta Knight. But for the most part, it's all Spring Breeze, and then all of a sudden here, it's different. Which isn't exactly a bad thing. They're also reusing one of the gimmicks from Milky Way Wishes. I think just Milky Way Wishes. I don't think any of the other levels had anything like that. Alright, so this is probably one of the... I think this is the one I'm thinking of. This is one of the better ones to have the mirror ability in. Yeah, 2 Fire Lions. And I love this because you can just spam that and you hit both of them at once. And it's awesome. Oh my god, this video, when I do playbacks of these, the video's a little bit slower than the finished product. It's not really slower, the frame rate's a little bit off, and oh my god, these guys look purple for half a second because of the way they kind of flash. It's kind of weird. Hope that doesn't show up for you guys. No, basically, we beat everybody. But one person we did not beat. He is considered the most deadliest mini-boss in King Dedede's arsenal. They even have the rockets from Meta Knight's Revenge, goddamn. I do hate those things, they're a pain in the ass. It's so cute what's going on right now in the main screen, I love that. I'm sorry. Great King! You know, some people get confused, like why Bandana D was in Kirby Triple Deluxe and Return to Dreamland, and I try to make the point to people that the reason why he's in those games is because he serves King Dedede, and King Dedede does Well, in the first game, or in Return to Dreamland, he does help Kirby. In Triple Deluxe, he's captured by a monster for some reason. So he wants to help Kirby so that Kirby helps Meta Knight. Because that's basically what Kirby's doing. He's or Meta Knight. Kirby's doing it so he can help Dedede. So kind of funny. And now we fight the Bandana D, and he's an easy boss fight. I have fun here. I let Bugsy take him on. You know, I'm like commentating over the fight. Holy crap, this is an intense fight here, folks. Fight of the century right here. Kirby's jumping into the fight. Oh, that is a disqualification. No, that's not how wrestling works. I have no fucking clue about wrestling. But I'm pretty sure one other person can join in and beat the fuck out of the other person and everything's okay. I don't watch wrestling. And here we have it. The end. Grab this. Yes, they actually give you the hammer ability. Best ability in the game, basically, to do this. Well, best power ability. I wouldn't call it the best overall. This music, by the way. Awesome. Boom. King Dedede has a mask and that fucking hammer. Holy shit. Now, this is the boss fight I was talking about when I said I took on the True Arena. This guy whooped my ass for some reason. But basically, King Dedede has a new arsenal. His fucking hammer has tons of fucking high-tech shit inside of it. And now there is a cage around the arena, which is pretty damn impressive. It's an electric cage, so basically you can't just go to the top of the screen. You have to be very careful. This music, though, like, holy shit. I have to say, this music in Ultra, usually I would say that over the original Superstar, I like 64's music better. Superstar Ultra, there's too many good tracks to say that any other Kirby game beats it in music. This game has the best music so far in the entire series. I will not doubt that a second. Feel free to use the invincibility frames to do that, by the way. King Dedede sure is. Alright. Alright, King Dedede. Fuck off. And we defeat the king. Now, the ending is actually kind of funny. So this is another thing where it's kind of like the Revenge of Meta Knight. The same music. In the sunset, riding off. No, wait, not riding. Come on. Walking away in shame. Because he still cannot beat Kirby. I think this is where King Dedede was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna take on Kirby anymore. I'm just gonna be friends with him. He won't kick my ass. I will actually kick ass. And that is how we solve all our problems. And then some of the Waddle Dees left him for some reason. Because they're still main enemies in the Kirby series for whatever reason. I never get that. Because I'm pretty sure King Dedede, I mean, I guess he doesn't control all the Waddle Dees. It's kind of like with Bowser when you have him as an ally in, I'm trying to think, Super Paper Mario. Actually, I like the credits as well, because like Kirby's having fun with Bandana D. They're like on the computer and shit. It's very funny. So anyway, I should talk about how I'm going to be taking these in order. The next one will be Helper to Hero, a video I've already recorded. I was going to do it in post-commentary anyway, because it's like the arena. And then after that, we will be taking Super Meta Knight. Or I forgot how the name works, but basically Meta Nightmare Ultra, I think it's called? Yeah. So we'll be taking on that one for the last video of this series. Until I just upload either random things of Helper to Hero, and then, because I'll explain that in the next video how that works. And then after that, if I ever get the True Arena done. Yep, Meta Nightmare Ultra. Because it's basically supposed to be based off of the original, in Kirby's Nightmare to Dreamland, you can actually play as Meta Knight if you beat the game on hard mode. So, yeah. But anyway, no, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun. Sadly, I had to do this, and I hopefully when I cut the video earlier, I was able to pause it in time so that the commentary isn't too off, but I'm not redoing this fucking video. Fuck all you for that. But, sorry, if it's that bad, I will, but if it's not, I will work with it, goddammit. I will work with it, because I'm not doing this again. Fucking 30 minutes of my life. It's hard to just stop here and go, let's do it all over again. But no, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. I will catch you guys next time. Sorry I had to do this in post. But anyway, this is Mike Jr. II, signing out.